Hi, this is Aryan and you are watching The Cool Mentor. So in this video, I will discuss about the module and different types of module, how Angular module is different from ES 2015 module and so on. So with JavaScript, there is always a problem of namespacing. And if we are not careful, so we can easily end up with variable and functions in global namespaces. So in addition, JavaScript did not provide feature to help with code organization. So module help us to resolve these issues. Like Angular has module to help us organize our code and resolve some namespacing issues. And also TypeScript has module that help keep things out of the global namespaces. And ES 2015 set a standard for defining a module. So according to ES 2015, a module is a file and a file is a module. So when coding in ES 2015, just create file and write code, then export and import something and the file becomes a module. Angular also has Angular module and it is different from Angular's implementation of ES 2015 module. So have a look on how Angular makes uses of ES 2015 module, then we will introduce Angular module. ES 2015 module. So how do ES 2015 module works? We create a code file called imply.ts and export a class named imply from that class. So this file then becomes a module because the class is exported. Now that class can be used in any module by importing it. So hence we are importing imply class in imply list. So this file also becomes module because we have imported something. So in the curly braces, we define the name we want to import and then we define the file we import it from, and in this case imply.ts. So the imply class is in imply.ts, but when we compile, the TypeScript file is transpiled into an ES5 JavaScript file. So at runtime we import from the .js file, but notice that we don't list the extension here anyway. Now the Angular module. So have a look at Angular module. Angular module help us to organize an application into cohesive block of functionality, and every Angular application has at least one Angular module, and by convention called at module. And as application gets more features, so we can group those features into their own featured module, and we can even define share or common module for code used by the multiple Angular modules, and this keeps the code organized. So in each Angular module we define a set of component and other file associated with the module and dependencies needed by those components. Each component we create, it belongs to one and only one Angular module. So let's identify the differences between ES 2015 module and Angular module. So ES 2015 module, it is the code file that import or export something. But Angular module, it is the code file that organize the application into cohesive block of functionality. So here is the architecture for the application that we are going to build. Since I have used Angular CLI to create the starter file, it created the index.html and our root app component. So in the next module, we will start writing Angular code.